ready to sample some of the wonderful food, I do want to also serve your welcome to the last spaghetti dinner for health reform. I was right. I will serve as your MC for the evening. Some of you may know that once I grab a mic, I am known to ramble or shout, depending on whether it's a karaoke mic or not. I get pretty into it. But you'll be relieved to know that we do have a volunteer at the ready to cut the volume to my mic on the likely chance that this welcome and introduction to our event drags way too long. Pause for laughter to die down. For those of you who wondered where I came up with that hysterical line, I will confide that Max Schneider and I grew up 2 doors apart from each other down in Fargo. And I was schooled early on in the Schneider School of Funny. And so the first annual roast of Max Schneider began in his absence. Again, pause for laughter to dissipate. Seriously, we gather today at a critical time in this heated debate about the direction our country must head. Change That Works is continuing its journey to shape the future for the betterment of all citizens. To summarize the agenda for the evening, tonight we will hear from our friend, Corey Mock, Director for the 3rd Street Clinic, who will describe the mission of the clinic and what your free will donation is working towards. Most of you probably know that in 2008, Corey was voted by District 42 to represent them in the North Dakota State House. So thank you for joining us, Corey. After that, Change That Works lead, Glenn Wren, welcoming Kim and Jim to the floor. Glad that the chiropractic adjustment worked well? Good. So what Glenn will do is give an update on the status of health reform legislation and summarize the benefits of the versions currently in Congress. And if you two want to find some food, you can walk behind me. It's all right. One of our team leaders, Josh Cook, will describe the structure, objective, and the exciting future work of Change That Works in North Dakota. Finally, my fellow field organizer and friend, Taylor Manus. Taylor Manus?
Oh, he went to the store.
He's getting sauce. And not the kind that he really prefers. He will issue the call to action that, if enacted by each of you to the extent you are capable, will foster an environment in which political discourse is more informed in Grand Forks. It will embolden additional supporters of progressive policy to take action. And I lost my spot, but that was good.
You were getting worked up.
You should turn that indicator light off. It's a little distracting.
Glenn told me to.
I do want you to leave here with a sense of accomplishment and a sense of purpose, because there's a lot of work to do. Throughout the event, feel free to sample additional food. Like I said, I'm sure none of our speakers will be bothered by someone walking before or behind. You are encouraged to talk quietly among yourselves, although the socializing may be better to the periphery, or reserved for when we can be raucous progressives after Taylor concludes his presentation. Please do turn your phones to vibrate and enjoy the evening. Finally, I would conclude this welcome by issuing our appreciation to the Federated Church, allowing us the use of their facility, kitchen, heat, mics, to Christy, who is always a ray of sunshine, even though she's not here, when I call at her for help with using church facilities. To 2 volunteers, Kelly Bonner, stand up, please, Kelly, and Josh Cook, would you stand up, who helped invite people to this event. You may have heard their lovely voices on the phone. And to those among you and those absent who helped to share this invitation with friends and family. And Finally, to volunteer team members. We have quite a few here tonight, and some that we are trying to recruit to become volunteer team members because it's going to be a ton of fun. These team members are undertaking the task of improving the lives of working families and improving the lives of those hit hard by the recession and who are unemployed. That's what we're here to do, and the National Campaign of Change That Works is very committed to that and is investing a lot of resources towards that end. Finally, I want to thank each of you for attending this event intended to celebrate the positive aspects of the health reform bill and motivate us to make the final push for its passage and the inclusion of some better, favorable things that actually Glenn will talk more about. And now I would like to introduce State Representative and Director of 3rd Street Clinic, Corey Mott. This is the second Change That Works event that he has graced us with his presence, though in his present employment, his message will likely focus on the work performed at 3rd Street Clinic, which recently observed its 25th anniversary. 20th anniversary.